Hello loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Matea, the owner of Very Claire, and this is Very Matea. I'm so glad that you're here. Today, I have 5 tips that are gonna help you stay grounded during the winter months. It is so cold in Texas right now. It's 20 degrees and I don't want to be outside. In the summertime and springtime, you're able to stay grounded a lot more efficiently because you're more outside. But when it's cold outside, that's not always easy. So I'm going to give you guys 5 helpful tips that are going to help you make it through the winter months and staying grounded so that you can continue on your healing and spiritual journey through ascension. Tip number 1, one of the best ways that you're going to be able to stay grounded during the winter months is your vitamin D intake. So usually you would be getting your vitamin D from the sun, and we're not outside right now. So the best way to do that is by getting that vitamin D through your foods. Some of the best nutrient-dense foods with vitamin D are mushrooms. I love mushrooms. Not everyone loves mushrooms, but they are really great. They have lots of sun exposure, and they absorb that and they put that back into your body when you eat them. So mushrooms are definitely high in vitamin D, a great way and source to keep you grounded through the winter months when you cannot get that sunlight. Also, fish. I'm vegan, but fish, if you do eat meat, fish is really high also in vitamin D. So your favorite fish, salmon, cod, all those things will keep your vitamin D intake strong. You can also take supplements, over-the-counter supplements. I'd be very, very careful and make sure that they are 100% natural and that they do not have other chemicals in them if you're going to use them. But you can take over-the-counter supplements with vitamin D in them to keep you vitamin D rich while you're going through the winter months. Also, orange juice is another really great source for vitamin D. Vitamin C also, but vitamin D, it does have a high percentage of your daily value of vitamin D that you could use to keep you grounded during the winter month. Okay guys, tip number 2, the next tip I have for you to keep grounded during the winter months is technically grounding, like literally putting your feet on the ground. I know like not everybody gets to live in Texas where it's 20 degrees today and 60 degrees tomorrow, but if you can take your feet and put them on the solid ground, even when it's cold outside, it's actually pretty intense and it feels really good, I'm not gonna lie. So just try it. It's like a little shock to your body, putting your feet on the ground. Even for just a couple minutes, you're not gonna get sick. Put them on the ground outside. If there's no snow, even if there is, try it if you want, but get that jolt. Your feet are supposed to be on the ground, and it's okay to have them on the ground in the winter months. You're not gonna die. You're gonna be just fine. If you can't put your feet on the ground outside, put them on the floor in your home. Take the time to plant your feet without shoes or socks in your home. That is also another way to ground. It's the closest way that you're gonna be able to get to the ground. Also, sitting in a crisscross position or a yoga pose position that is going to keep your tailbone as close to the floor. Another way to stay grounded physically during the winter months inside of your home. Tip number 3, having plants. So if you have a plant, I do have a few. This one's out of reach, but I do have a few. And touching the leaves of your plants or placing your fingers or hands into the dirt of the plants in your home is another really great way to stay grounded, connected to Mama Gaia. That is a grounding source, instant grounding when you're touching the leaves of a plant. So if you have house plants or if you can keep them alive, cactuses are great. So cactuses and succulents are great if you have a hard time keeping plants alive. So use those if you can and touch the leaves, put your fingers in the dirt, and that is going to instantly ground you as well. Also, with touching plants, if you do decide to go outside, running, hiking, walking, whatever, you can use plants outside to ground. Touch those to put your hands in the grass, on leaves of trees. Also, just touching or hugging, being a tree hugger and actually putting your arms around trees outside will instantly ground you, where you actually can keep your feet off the ground and you're just touching the trees. That will help instantly ground you as well. Tip number 4, eating as many grounding vegetables as you can find. So the best way to do that is eating root vegetables. So you got onions, potatoes, carrots, gingers, anything that's gonna grow, garlic, things that grow in the ground, hence grounding root vegetables. Those are the things that you want to incorporate into your diet during the winter months that are going to keep you solid, full, healthy, and grounded. These vegetables are actually a staple for most cultures in the winter months because they actually are able to be preserved through the winter season. So, you know, the harvest, most people get those potatoes and all the root vegetables from the harvest in the fall, and they actually stay well preserved through the winter because it's cold. And they use those to keep themselves full, happy, and grounded during the winter months. And it's still something that we can do to this day. Another thing you can do and incorporate with those meals are spices, dark spices, anything brown. Cinnamon is really great, and nutmeg too. Cinnamon is actually like a bark, so grounding. It's actually a part of a plant. Any herbs, rosemary, all of your herbs, rosemary, chamomile, basil, oregano, all of your leafy herbs, those are all great herbs to keep incorporating into your food that is going to keep you grounded. So utilize those spices in your spice cabinet, utilize those herbs. Teas, really great way too. This, like I said, it's earth. You're literally taking earth and you're ingesting it into your body, which is going to keep you warm, full, and cozy and grounded. Okay, last but not least, tip number 5 to help you stay grounded during the winter months is wearing your crystals and utilizing your crystals in your spiritual practices. So I constantly have on spiritual jewelry. I constantly have on my crystals to keep me grounded. If not, I would be floating away all of the time. So I wear these all year round, and they're great. So any dark crystals, also tiger's eye, black tourmaline, clear quartz is really great with keeping you grounded, and it helps with every single chakra and keeping that in alignment. But genuinely keeping crystals around you and wearing them is going to keep you grounded during the winter months. You actually are just taking a piece of earth and you're carrying it around with you, and that's going to keep you solid, grounded while you're going through the winter months in your spiritual journey. Those are the tips that I have for you. I'm sure that there's more. If you have any specific tips that you would like to add, please don't hesitate to put them in the comments. This is a community, so join the tribe, come join us, put your own special tips or what you do to ground in the winter months. I would actually love to hear, because I would love to incorporate more things into my own spiritual rituals and routines. So put those in the comments, and if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. If you are interested in any grounding jewelry and crystals, I'm gonna post the link to my Etsy in the description box, so you can go check out Very Claire's jewelry, so you can have your own grounding jewelry that you can wear every day. And thank you guys so much for being here. This was really fun. I hope that you guys are staying warm and that it's warm where you are. I'm sending you nothing but love, peace, and abundance as you go through these beautiful solitude winter months. I hope that you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.